A short time ago, we got through to a French senator, Nathalie Goulet, Member of Parliament, former Vice-Chair of the Commission of Foreign Affairs and Defence. She's a centrist, though not part of President Macron's En Marche party. So what is France trying to do on a diplomatic level at the UN?
France tried to bring Palestinian and Israelis around the table and slow down the situation, which is now terrible. This situation has not been solved for ages. And my position for the last 20 years was to have a balanced situation, especially regarding the occupation, illegal occupation. I was always very much in favor of a Palestinian solution and two-state solution, which is now day after day less possible because of occupation. So asking the Security Council right now on this precise, terrible situation is very unfair because it's late. It's always too late. It's too late to refrain the Israeli to have their occupation policy. It's too late to prevent the Qatari money to build a Muslim Brotherhood opposition, and Hamas with the Hezbollah are working very hard against the Palestinian people.
Isn't part of the problem that if something is taken in a concrete way to the Security Council, that the United States, because of its staunch support of Israel, will continue to block the adoption of a Security Council statement?
Yeah.
I mean, what is it that France can do to put pressure on the US to support a resolution that is calling for a ceasefire?
Roughly, nothing can prevent United States to support blindly Israeli policy. And there is nothing that the international community can do, and it's nothing that the international community has been able to do for the last 73 years. As a politician myself, I'm a little tired of the useless United Nations and useless international regulation to prevent this kind of thing. You know, it's a disaster.
Is there something that the EU could do as a bloc that might make an impact?
Probably. You know, the European Union is a major funder for Palestinian and for Israeli. So it's a very important player. What should be done is that we have to block all the agreement between the European Union and Israel. But if you take any measure, block Israeli help or subsidies, or if you try to do something, you immediately have all the Jewish lobby in the world killing you to be anti-Semitic, and that's it. So it's very, very difficult. And right now, it's almost impossible.
And you are calling for the European Union collectively to block funding for Israel. Is that what you're saying?
I think that one day or another, European Union has to think seriously about funding occupation.
But what you're saying would be as difficult to get consensus on in the context of 27 member countries as it is to get 5 members of the UN Security Council to agree on something.
Yes, but you know, when European Union disagree completely with the Turkish policy, so they stop any agreement with Turkey. Instead of that, despite all the situation in Midle East, we continue to increase the level of cooperation with Israel. So at one period of time, somebody has to stop that.
French Senator Nathalie Goulet.